Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Anime Academia podcast. I am one of your professors, Professor Pickle, aka Dylan, alongside, as
This,
always, with.
what's going on, students? It's your Professor Matt Reggin, aka Tom here.
And I hope that everyone is ready to be the very best, like no one ever was, because today we are going to talk about an anime that I've been so excited for. So let's hop right into it and let's talk Pokemon.
All right. So if y'all don't know about the world of Pokemon, Pokemon is basically as soon as you hit 10 years old, you are eligible to become a Pokemon trainer. The ultimate goal is to collect all the gym badges in your respectful region to go ahead and compete in the Pokemon League so then you can go compete at the Elite Four to become a Pokemon master of that specific region. That's all to it. Gotta catch them all.
Pretty much, yeah. The anime is focused around Ash Ketchum, a small boy from Palatown who never ages, but yet travels the entire world and defeats all the legendaries. But yeah, so that's what the basic anime is about. But like Tom said, that's the basis of all the games as well. Not Pokemon just as an anime, but as a franchise.
Hey, to know on the anime aspect of it though, let's be real though. Ash definitely is in a coma. There's no way that
Right.
man is not in a coma. And hey, when you were saying about Ash Ketchum being that little boy from Palatown, he was also the last man to wake up. He
Right.
got he got the bottom of the barrel, which was Pikachu, which was a blessing in disguise. Yeah, so how I got into Pokemon basically here is that like any kid that was born in the 1990s, I was born in 1991. So I basically got introduced right off the bat. Bam! Pokemon hit the whole United States with a giant wave. It even hit the world in a giant wave. And it was just so cool. Waking up and you just see just this new cartoon that revolutionized and just basically took off. Never let go. You could relate to it as a kid. And I just wanted to just catch them all. I was obsessed. I was like, I need to add the Pokemon bed sheets, the washcloths, the games, the card games, every aspect of Pikachu and Pokemon. I needed it. That was the whole reason I got started. I loved it. My friends loved it. What can I say?
Right. Like Pokemon was just—it's something that everyone at least knows about it. Not everyone,
Oh
of
yeah.
course, follows it, but like everyone can get behind it. There's the games, the anime, the card games, all sorts of different things. And, I was a 2000 baby. I was not in the 1990s. So it was definitely going on when I was born. And I was just surrounded by all of my cousins, all of my uncles, like my family members, like everyone loved Pokemon. And so I got introduced to it. I have, a big Pokemon card collection. I, of course, really like Pokemon. As you can tell, video watchers, audio listeners, we love you, but I'm currently wearing a Pikachu onesie that does not fit me anymore, so I just have the arm sleeves on right now. But, I had to break it out of storage and throw it on anyways. But so I just got my start. Like anybody got their start. Either I can't remember if it was either Pokemon cards. I think it was going to the store all the time. Instead of getting a toy, I was like, "Can I get Pokemon cards?" And then it led to me playing games. I started off with, I want to say Soul Silver was my first game. I wasn't young enough to
Oh,
get
oh, you
to
got like
get
a little, yeah, the little
yep.
pet.
Yep,
Yep.
I didn't I wasn't young enough to get any of the Game Boys and stuff like that and get like red or green, blue, any of those. But I did. I think it was like the first DS. I think I was able to get Pokemon Soul Silver on it, and
Yeah.
that was my first Pokemon game. And since then, I played every single one. I wish I could go back. I'm sure I'll find a way to go back and probably like do a Nuzlocke on the first Pokemon, Red and Blue and stuff
Emulators.
like that, something like that. But yeah, I played Soul Silver, Diamond. Oh geez, what comes? Black, and then Black
I
Two,
hated
White
black and
Two.
white.
Oh, don't. We'll talk about that later. Don't get me started. But yeah, all the games I played up to. Currently, I still dabble here and there. And what's the latest one? Violet, Scarlet and Violet. Yeah,
And they just came out with a new series.
and the new series. Yeah, which I need to. I seen clips of it. Whoa, Captain Pikachu's pretty baller. Not gonna lie, he's not Ash Pikachu, but he's pretty baller. But yeah, so that's me.
Oh yeah.
And yeah, so I'll let you continue into the ratings.
All right. So every episode we get into our little ratings, giving you a personal view of how we outlook the anime. For the ratings, my plot is going to be 8 out of 10. It's just because it's kind of just cut and paste, cut and paste, cut and paste, cut and paste. Like the OG season, and then the Orange Islands, and then Johto, like that was okay to do because literally it was the same thing. And everybody still has that nostalgia feel. But then as soon as you get in the Hoenn, where it's you introduced to where you get May and Max in there, I was expecting just a little bit more. Like, yeah, they added some things here and there, but it's always the same thing. Team Rocket's here. Team Rocket's trying to take our Pokemon. Ash basically runs through all the gyms except for a couple, has to go through a little training montage of episodes, gets better, beats the trainer, goes to the league, and then up to a certain point, nonstop lose, lose, lose,
Mm-hmm.
lose, lose, lose. So that's why I got to give it 8 out of 10 because if it wasn't so predictable, it'd probably be a little bit higher on my book. If I have to go give for character development, 9 out of 10, just because the characters are good. Ash, you get a lot of development, and I'm including Pokemon into the character development a little bit because there is certain Pokemon that kind of build up for that character development, like Chimchar. Chimchar has one of the best character developments. If it has to be a non-Pokemon that has a really good character development besides Ash, I definitely have to go give it to Serena because I mean
Mm-hmm.
she didn't even know what she wanted to be, so you got to see her growth and decide this is who I want to be. I want to be Ash's girlfriend ultimately. So
Right, right.
there's more to it, but yeah, that's some of the reasons why it was 9 out of 10. Fight scenes, 8 out of 10 because some of them are fire, and then some of them are just lackluster compared to like some of the other fights. Like you would think, okay, type advantage would work, type advantage would be great, and then it's like, nope, back. That's what's great. Then you have your typical, okay, Ash is just rolling through the gym because he just basically uses him one type. So or the protagonist pool or the
Right.
ass pool if you want to call it, or Ash pool if you really want to be funny about it, because that man beat Brock because he used Pikachu to use Thunderbolt and just basically caused the sprinklers to go off, and then all of Brock's siblings had to be like, no, don't beat our big brother. Like it's just things like that. That's just like I can't do it in the game, so why add it in the anime? I get why because it makes it more entertaining, but it's a literally turn-based game. And animation, this is where I'm a little harsh because I'm basing it off of all the other animes. It's considered an anime, so I gotta put it up there with everything else. I give it a 7 out of 10 just because there's moments where like the animation gets better as each season goes, kind of, but you don't really make a bigger jump to like the later seasons. And then the design flaws on some of them though, like Sun and Moon though. Let's be honest though. Why would they give Ash a mustache though? And his character design wasn't even that great even without the mustache. But they really did him justice though in Journeys. They gave that boy perfect animation and the fights too. Perfect fighting, especially at the end with Leon. We know the one fight where they put all their budget money in. We know that one. But overall, though, I give it an 8 out of 10. And I was really strict on this just because of the fact that I took my nostalgia goggles off. Because if I really wanted to just, put my nostalgia goggles back on, I would have just said, yeah, Pokemon's a 10 out of 10. There's nothing wrong with it. Define my childhood. But I had to be real about it. So it's going to be an 8 out of 10 for me. It is a it's a great series. Definitely watch it. You can watch it with your kids, which I'm going to do with my son, and you could watch it with anybody of your friends and just be like, hey, come check out Pokemon, even if it's the older ones or the newer ones. 8 out of 10.
No, yeah, I definitely agree with your list. I have pretty similar numbers, a little bit different. Mine definitely is a little higher.
Okay.
But so I'm going to get into my plot story, which was also an 8. I completely agree. Like they ended it, so like they're not coming out with anything else for Ash at least. But that confirms that within it has to be within a year span because he never aged above 10 years old. He completed the whole entire series of Pokemon from when he was in Kanto to right like the OG Pokemon all the way up to Pokemon what the Master Journey or something like that. Like it was very hard to like kind of follow it and like I agree. It was very cut and paste. It was very always Team Rocket doing something. You know, there was different things. Like it just did get old. Um, Definitely still like a kids anime to like where it has to be dumbed down a bit. In a sense, like, but no, I definitely would put plot and stories in 8. All right, so moving on to the characters, I gave this one an 8 out of 10. For the fact that I took like, there's two different entities in Pokemon in the universe of Pokemon. There's humans and there's Pokemon. The humans characters are a 7 out of 10 for me, and the Pokemon are a 9 out of 10. Pokemon have such more of a better character development and just characters like they're Pokemon. They're so cool. There's one I think 1010 if I'm not mistaken different Pokemon. Like it's crazy. I don't like every single one of them, of course, or some that I loathe, but the Pokemon have very great development. He said it on the nose. Chimchar, even Pikachu, Charmander, Charizard, like all these great Pokemon have such great character development. But like Ash, he does have character development. I like how much of a better trainer he's become, and he's not just doing stuff, throwing things out there expecting to win. And like he becomes number one. He becomes a great trainer. He
Oh
knows what
yeah.
to do. He's super smart. But like I loved old series Ash. Old series Ash was such a savage. Oh
Oh
my
yeah.
god. It was hilarious. He did not give a single bleep word. Like it was so funny.
And
But
bro, to piggyback off of that too, though, hey, he's the only person I know that would go up to Mewtwo when he knows everything is all done and literally throw a punch at him.
right, exactly. Like he threw logs, he used bullet
Yo,
seed. Homie just Ash is a different breed. But
he's been.
the characters like not a lot of them stuck with me. There's only a few that I actually ever cared about. So that's why the characters are a 7, Pokemon are at a 9, averages out to an 8. For me, even the older fights, along with I especially it starts in X and Y's when the animation gets really good. For the fights, we're not talking about animation, we're talking about fights right now. But just all around fights, even though I know that some are like weird with they don't always follow type advantage. They don't always do it based off turns. Like some people will go multiple times. You can't just dodge in a video game. Like you can use Pokemon to dodge. Fights do get a 10 out of 10 for me though. I think Pokemon fights in the anime are so interesting for those reasons. For that, like it's so bizarre. It's so cool, and it's not your typical like game. Like in the games, I love Pokemon fights, but they're very repeatable because it's turn after turn after turn after turn. This one, it's like, oh wow, okay, he just it's an electric mouse that he found a creative way to beat him. I get it. It wouldn't work in a game, but that's why the anime is so interesting because the anime does things that the games can't do. And like, there's definitely some Pokemon fights that I like don't care for, but if we start even talking about any of the new ones, like they are just so good. They're just so good. When you get into Mega
Oh yeah.
Evolution, when you get into like Gigantamax and Z moves, like all the gimmicks they add, they're just good. They're good gimmicks. I'm excited to
Mm-hmm.
see more about the I can't remember what it's called, the new gen
It's
gimmick.
like crystallization or something
Crystallization
like they
like
get
that,
crystal,
yeah.
something like that. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, it's my least favorite of the gimmicks.
Mm-hmm.
But it's so
It's so weak.
weird. It's so weird. It's so yeah, exactly. My favorite would have to be Mega Evolution, 100%.
Yep.
So
Yep.
cool. So cool.
There's no question. Like Dynamax is cool, but nah.
Right,
That
right. Dynamax is all right. Is it Gigantamax? Is it what changes their form
Sorry,
though?
Gigantamax. That's what
Yeah,
I meant. Sorry. Yeah. Yeah.
but yeah. So
No, I thought it's
fights.
Dynamax.
I
Gigantamax is where they just turn big, I think.
okay. I can't remember, but yeah. So
Nah, you're
they
good.
they get a 10 out of 10 for fights. Animation for me gets a 9 out of 10 because for the time, even back when, I think it was great animation for the 1990s, and I think that it continued to grow. And I think that as the years go on, of course, with any anime, for such a long running anime, the animation gets better and better. And I think that the animation is very well for where it's at right now. But overall, Pokemon gets an 8.7 for me out of 10.
Okay. So the animation part, I'm sorry, but like, since we're doing this podcast and we're doing animations off of like all like you may have a different view of animation. I look at it as the aspect of all the animes that I've seen and
Right.
how I see the graduation of it. I get where you're coming from though. Like definitely it does step up a big time. Like it steps up big time, especially towards the later seasons. Like you said, with X and Y, you see a graduate change. And then as soon as it gets from X and Y, the next season, it gets better and better. And like the last journeys, as soon as we got journeys, it got better.
I'd compare animation, the Pokemon animation, to the history of Dragon Ball's animation.
Okay, that's fair enough. All right.
Right? You see what I'm saying?
No,
Like,
yeah, I get it.
and like, there's of course like not everything's perfect, but I just think that it fits well. I even think that like the beginning animation, like
Oh
it
yeah.
was like, definitely being that young. Like I can't imagine being born in a little. It's like when Pokemon's coming out, seeing that kind of stuff. Like when I was growing up, I remember probably one of the first series that came out was maybe Diamond and Pearls, like one of the first series I've actually watched. So like that
Yeah.
already had that's like the middle that black and white. Those are the middle animation, and then you get an X and Y that's really stepped it up. X and Y had
Yep.
it had like I feel like X and Y had a more serious animation style, and then they're like, "This is too serious. We need to cut it back for the kids." They cut
Yep.
it. They
Dumb
turned
it
it
down a
way.
little.
They dumbed it down way too much in Sun and Moon, and then they found a happy medium in Journeys.
Oh yeah, 110%.
Yeah, so mine's an 8.7 out of 10.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I'll definitely have to put that little thought in consideration when we get to the Dragon Ball
Yeah,
episode.
so excited. I'm
Yeah.
so excited for the next part. I'm so excited for the next part.
He's so giddy right now and he's red too. If everybody for everybody who can't see him right now, he's like
I have
he's
a little
blushing
bit of a
hard right now.
sunburn, a little bit of sunburn, but
Sure, he's
it's
sure.
also really hot in
Anyway,
this. I'm doing this for you guys. I'm sitting in this for probably like an hour.
this is also one of my favorite parts. So what we're doing now is we're gonna go through each generation. We're gonna name our favorite starter. We're gonna do our favorite legendary, and then we're also gonna do our top three in no order of that generation also. So we're each gonna say this is mine from Gen 1, then he's gonna say his from Gen 1. Deliberate, move on to the next one.
Do you want to predict each other? So like,
Oh yeah.
so
Oh
if
yeah,
it's your
let's do a
turn,
prediction.
so I'll predict your starter. You'll say your starter. Then we can either talk about it, and then I'll predict your legendary. You'll say your legendary. Okay, we'll do it one
Yeah.
by one, but we'll do all yours first, then we'll do me.
Okay.
Okay, so
All right.
are you ready?
Yeah, what's my
Okay,
starter?
so for Generation 1, I'm going to predict that your starting Pokemon is Charmander.
Well, of course, duh. What other choice would there be? I, I don't want Bulbasaur. I don't want that. I don't want that stupid little plant thing. No way. Nah. 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 I don't want it. Squirtle? I'd rather have a Squirtle than a Bulbasaur because I love me some Blastoise. But you ain't beating a fire breathing dragon. He's a
Right.
legit dragon.
No,
And the weird part is though, go ahead, go ahead.
no, it's just like if Pikachu's not the face Pokemon, it's Charizard.
Oh, 110% facts. Don't even bring me that EV garbage. Don't even bring me
Right,
that EV
right,
garbage. Just
right.
because they made a game doesn't mean it's EV. Anyway, to get back on track here, Charizard, the weird thing about it is he's a fire flying. He's not even a dragon type, which is what mind blowing.
Not until
Mind
Mega,
blown.
not until Mega X.
I mean, but come on though. The
Right.
man, it shouldn't even be a discussion. He has wings. He can fly. Just scrap that and put dragon. I get why Gen 1 didn't want to do it because you wanted to make it something rare. So Dratini, Dragonair, Dragonite. I get it. I get it. But yeah, Charmander all day, every day, baby. Let's go. All right. What's my legendary, big dog?
I am guessing Mewtwo.
Well, of course. Well, of course. I mean, come on. He basically he did a whole stem cell research project. He basically said, "Oh, I want one of you. I want one of you. I want one of you." Puts out this invitation, making everybody believe, "Oh, cool. This trainer pops up and they're like, "It's a Pokemon." And he has such an impact. Like if you don't know who Pikachu is and you don't know who Charmander is, you damn sure know that you know who Mewtwo is. He's another iconic Pokemon that people know. And he also gets 2 Mega Evolutions, which is awesome. It's amazing. And he was created in a lab and he has such a cool backstory with Mew also.
Mhm.
Like Mewtwo's just so cool, man. Him and Frieza, they always get compared, which I also love too.
Right.
All right, man. So
So
what is
I'm guessing one of your top three.
yeah, go
Mm,
or hey, you think you got it? You think you can step up to the plate for my top 3 for Gen 1? Go ahead. What
I
you
think I
got?
can
Let's
guess.
see.
I can guess at least two of your top three. I'm gonna guess Gengar and Arcanine.
You only got one.
I got one. Gengar,
No.
Arcanine. Really?
Argon? Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And I can give you an order if you want. You want my order exactly how I'd have it?
Sure.
Bet. All right. So I'll have to give the number 3 spot to Lapras.
Okay.
I love that it's just a giant sea turtle basically, but it's so cool though. And it knows Ice Beam, like
Hmm.
Hydro Pump. I mean, it's a tank. Body Slam. Next, Arcanine. I love that it's a giant fire dog. I love it. And just on top of it too, though, when Gary had his, it just made me want to have one so bad. I just hate that you have to use a Firestone to evolve
Right.
Growlithe. And then the royal family, baby. Nidoking.
Okay.
Nidoking, number 1, man. Poison Tank? Come on.
Right.
Show some
Yeah.
love. And
Yeah.
Hyper Beam is the first move I think of right off the bat with Nidoking.
Do you want to give them a reason why you said the royal family at all? A little teaser.
Yeah, that's a little teaser right there. So, me and my boy over here have been working on a game called Pokemon Tower Defense, and there was one specific moment where we both had a Nidoking. You had a Nidoking, right? You didn't have a
Yep.
queen?
Just king.
Okay. So, I am a grinder, so I literally was grinding my Pokemon to a degree, and I just kept on catching them. I had Nidoking and Nidoqueen, and in the one level, just I'm not trying to spoil too much here. They literally run through the whole level, and I call them the royal family just because they're Nidoking and Nidoqueen. They run my team. They are the team. Respect the royal family.
All
All right,
right.
big dog. Let's see here. Your favorite starter? Well, based off your reaction on how I just basically took a giant dump on your starter, it's Bulbasaur.
We are Bulbasaur. I am a Bulbasaur stan. Everyone in the comments, hashtag we are Bulbasaur. We are starting it. He deserves more love. He deserves more love. He gets absolutely crapped on day in and day out. And you know what? I agree. He's not the best out of the three. He's not going to win in a fight out of the three. He'll come in last every single time. But he's going to give the most heart out of all three. He's going to do his best out of all three. And he's going to look the most adorable out of all three. I think
Until he
Bulbasaur's
evolves.
adorable. I think Bulbasaur's adorable. I think Ivysaur looks badass. And I think Venusaur is also adorable. and badass. He's a giant derpy frog, and I love him.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, I specifically wore this shirt because I need to tell Dylan this. It's a meme. Everybody knows this. Hey, Dylan, what does my shirt say?
We are Bulbasaur. Hashtag we are Bulbasaur. I'm editing it in the
No
video.
cap. No cap. Stop the cap. He literally just went and said Venusaur is adorable. That's capping.
And then when it
that is an
evolves,
ugly frog.
when it mega evolves, it is beautiful. It is gorgeous.
But bro, you have to first look at it first before you mega evolve it. You know the rules of the game.
And I will hug it. I will hug it. I will ride atop of it as it carries me to victory.
Hey, yo.
That's why I phrased it better. But yes, my starter with Bulbasaur. He was my first one I chose. Even when I did know that Charmander evolved into a flying dragon, I'm like, you know what? I want to see what this little green guy does, and he's awesome. I think Bulbasaur looks adorable. He evolves. Yes, he's a big frog, but I like it. I like the way he looks. I think he looks derpy and goofy, and I love it. And I would choose Bulbasaur over all three of them. If I want to have fun, if I really want to grind, of course I'm going to choose Charmander. Charizard's OP. Personally, I feel like Charizard's overrated, but...
Ooh, you want to go here just because I threw shots at your derpy little toad? Okay, all right, he's overrated. You
yes,
why? Because the man gets love.
Why? Yeah.
Why does he get more love?
Why does he get more love than anyone else? Why does he get 2 Mega Evolutions alongside of a legendary Pokemon? Why does he get to be the first one to get a Dynamax form? Why does every single strong trainer have one? Ash, Leon, Alan,
because they smart.
The new captain,
on their head.
Like the new captain, like he was the first Pokemon event in Violet and Scarlet. Like he's everything.
Bro, simple reason. Dragon. That's all I gotta tell you, bro. Listen, he has the coolest design. That's one. You can't argue with me with any of the other ones saying that they got a better design than Charizard. Go ahead.
I don't know.
No. Stop defending. Stop getting in your feelings. Tell me exactly. No. Be realistic, Dylan. Who has a better design? Charizard or Venusaur? Realistically.
I mean,
realistically.
If we're talking all three, a turtle with tanks on its back's pretty cool.
No. That's not the discussion right now. We're discussing right now between Venusaur and Charizard. You're going to tell me that his design is not better than Venusaur's.
I will say it is, but if we're talking about Megas, I think Charizard Megas look not the greatest. At least his Y. His X is cool because his X changes, but the Y just adds more.
He only needs one. They gave him 2 because... wait, go ahead. Say what you gotta say.
They had a garbage run the Y one, so they had to give him another good one.
No. This is what it was. They knew that your parent is only gonna buy you 1 game. So why not give you an option to give you 2? I'll make the decision harder for you. I'm just saying they needed to make both, and that's fine. Blue Flames, though, bro? Come on. No. We're going to talk about design now again? Okay, so how are you going to go tell me that form of Venusaur's is better than that Charizard?
Oh, the Mega
form? Go ahead, lay it on me. Yeah,
because
go ahead, lay it on me.
Because his flower sprouts out into a little tree. And he has a big pink flower on him.
A tree. Okay. Not flame shooting out like this. Literally in a matter of seconds, if Charizard wanted to burn that little beautiful pink tree down in a matter of seconds, he just had to do a Black Bolt.
He is growing an ecosystem on his back, okay?
Okay. So then every Pokemon that has some kind of plant on them.
He is helping. Yeah, He's helping the environment.
How's he helping the environment if it's specifically on himself, though?
Because
is he gonna plant himself? Is he gonna bury himself in the ground like his ratings?
Have you ever heard of such a thing called photosynthesis?
Yes, I have, and one of his moves is synthesis. I know, but I'm just saying, bro. I'm just saying. You're not gonna
Oh,
fight and argue with me about this, about how the design is so much better. I don't care.
well, we're
Yo,
gonna.
if you are listening or watching, comment down below Team Charizard or Team Venusaur. Let us know.
Oh
On to the
no,
next one.
I think we do Team Bulbasaur or Team Charmander. I think that's more
Uh,
fair.
Charmander's good. Uh, all right. You know what? This is my last point here. If we're gonna talk about with the games and the anime itself, tell me how Bulbasaur is better. That's all I'm gonna say. Give me one moment that makes you say Bulbasaur is so much better than Charmander. I'll sit here and wait.
Best option for start of the game.
Start of the game, best option.
Yeah, Charmander's not gonna be able to beat Brock or Misty. Even if he
But
becomes
that's
a,
what makes him better.
even if he becomes a that he loses, even if he becomes a
No, no, no. You
even
gotta grind and train.
and then he becomes a Charizard by the time you get to Lieutenant Surge, flying type against electric. Best best options Bulbasaur.
Oh my god. All
At
right,
least for the
here we
first
go.
three. Okay, let's
Yeah,
continue.
see,
We're
for
gonna
the first three. All right, we're continuing
let's
because
continue.
this will be an all day thing
Oh,
here. Okay.
that's a short right there. That's Team Charizard, Team Charmander, Team Bulbasaur short right there. All right,
Charizard. Anyway,
guess what my I didn't know that was gonna be so bad. Not bad, but fun. That was fun. Guess my favorite legendary.
bro, if it's not Mewtwo, you're playing with yourself right now.
It has to be. You said it perfectly
Thank you.
yourself, and like, of course, we're gonna do a whole movie ranking thing, but like,
Oh yeah.
Pokemon, the first movie's definitely top three for me. It's what got me started. Did I like the remake of it? Not so much. I like the original 2D, like the OG. But like Mewtwo was just so cool. He was the first like unstoppable Pokemon until you brought God into the equation. But yeah, so that's my legendary. Okay, do you want to guess one, two, or try all three of my top three for Generation One?
Does it have to be in any order though, by the way,
No,
too?
not at all. Not at all.
Okay. But before I go right on to that with the whole Mewtwo thing, I think he's one of the first Pokemon that has multiple specials slash movies, by the way. Like out of all the legendaries, I'm talking about like I believe he has the most specials slash movies.
Right, yeah, he's so he's in the first one and then
He's in Hoenn region when they have the clone of Mewtwo.
right.
I
There's
think that's a movie actually, or it might be a special. I don't
there's
know.
one that
And
has
then there's that.
Genesect,
Yep, that's the
where he
third
is
one. And then I'm not counting the remake. We're not going to count that because that's still the same movie, even though technically. But anyway, uh, year three. I'm gonna have to go with Arcanine. The I'm gonna go. I'm gonna shoot 3 for 3 here. I'm gonna say Arcanine, Snorlax, and I mean, you be doing yourself no justice if you're wearing Pikachu and Pikachu's not in your top three. So I'm gonna say Pikachu also.
you also got one out of three.
What? All right. If I have to say the one that it had to go ahead and be Pikachu.
No, it's Arcanine.
He's a casual. That's why he's wearing that right now.
No, because it's the only one they had.
I'm
No,
just joking.
so
He's not a casual. He loves
so
Pokemon.
Raichu is actually close to being on my list, and that's because of PTD. Really made me like
Uh,
Raichu a lot more. I always liked Raichu and Pikachu, and I always I first would follow. Oh, you never evolved Pikachu because Pikachu's great. He's fast, but like I like the design of Raichu more, and I would choose Raichu over Pikachu, 100%. But staying in my top three, yes. So if I'm going in order, because I can do that too. My number three would be Nidoking. Like you said, all your reasons. A poison tank.
I'm surprised.
I love Nidoking. I've always if I ever do anything Gen 1 related, I always have a Nidoking on my team. Except for PTD, you'll see I changed it up a little bit, but usually Nidoking's on my team because he's cool. He's a big purple tank, like you said. Like he just purple poison tank, just like he's a monster.
I should have thought about PTD. Jeez.
Right?
Mm,
And then Arcanine.
okay.
How can you not like him? Giant fire dog. Hisuian Arcanine's also pretty cool. Um, the rock type and everything. And then my number one, which is actually my favorite of its type. I've used it in multiple run throughs of different games. The one I can think about the most is, what is it? I think X and Y. Um, and I think it's just one of the coolest Pokemon. One of the most popular one would be Gengar.
Okay,
And let me
I
tell
respect
you,
it.
Shiny Gengar is, we gotta have a whole Shiny episode because that'd be awesome. But Shiny Gengar is not great. Mega Shiny Gengar is absolutely phenomenal. That white, oh, it looks so good. And Mega Gengar itself is just so cool.
Oh yeah. Oh, and his Dynamax
Oh
too.
yeah, no, Dynamax is also really cool. Is the
Pulling
shiny for the
furniture, just
Dynamax also
throwing it.
white?
I don't know.
I don't know. I don't know,
I
but
never attempted it with the shiny.
right, I only know the Mega. Yeah, so yeah, that's my three. So we'll go ahead and go into Gen 2. And I'm going to guess that your starter is Totodile. Yeah?
And I mean, listen, it didn't make it better that he was also one of the coolest ones in the anime too. Because I just remember I go, and then just
Yep.
literally just biting everything. And it was such a cool episode when Misty and Ash were fighting just to get it with the new when they introduced the new Pokeball
Yeah.
types. But yeah, Totodile's cool. I just specifically like Totodile itself. Feraligator's all right. Don't get me wrong. I like Feraligator. I think Croconaut is like literally the most ugliest prehistoric looking
Really?
thing ever. I don't like it. I'm like, am I looking at like a chimera form of Fred Flintstone, or like what am I looking at here? Because then you go from being prehistoric to I'm just this cool little alligator that basically can go ahead and just use strength or whatever I want to use on you. So I mean, hey, Totodile was the man for me.
There you go. Legendary. I'm trying to think. I want to say Entei. Am I right?
Nope,
No?
nope, nope, nope. So Entei is cool. Don't get me wrong. Entei's cool. Had a movie on him. Pretty awesome. It's Suicune for me because I
Oh,
love
that's
Crystal.
right.
Pokemon Crystal was amazing. And Suicune though, that like the whole little backstory that the rain was made from Suicune when the whole tower burned down, when all the dogs were in that tower. And plus, I just love Suicune's design though. Suicune's
Mm-hmm.
design is just sweet. But yeah,
Has like the crown
Suicune's
on it
fun.
and everything, the diamond
That's what I
crown.
mean. Yeah, it's so much cleaner looking than the rest of the other legendaries in my eyes.
I like the
All right.
fang. I like the fang things on Entei. I think those are cool. Okay, top three. I'm trying to think because like I'm trying to think of what's in that. Salamence is there, right? Salamence. I'm gonna get Salamence and Tyranitar. I can only think of those two. Yeah,
Salamence is not in Gen 2.
is Salamence, is that Gen 3?
Yes.
Then scratch Salamence. See, I wish I had like a. I know off the top of my head every Pokemon in Gen 1. Gen 2 is where it gets iffy.
Oh,
So
it gets worse, bro.
all I can guess is Tyranitar.
Yep.
Okay.
Do you want it in an order or no?
If you got it in order, give it to me in order.
Okay. I'm gonna go with Heracross as my number 3.
Good.
I think Heracross is such a cool bug Pokemon. Mega Horn is such a OP move for it, and the anime was awesome for it too.
Yeah.
And here's a little love the Bulbasaur here. I mean, when Heracross shows some love to, to Bulbasaur,
Yeah.
that's the only thing I gotta say about that. Number 2, Umbreon. When Gary brought
Ooh.
in Umbreon there, I was just like, ooh, and then when I got a chance to use it in the game too, I was like it was a different evolution. It wasn't the typical Jolteon,
Right.
Flareon, and
Yeah.
Umbreon, and that is my favorite evolution, by the way, too.
Okay.
So I love Umbreon. I love that it was a dark Pokemon. Correct? Is the first? It was one of the first dark
I think
Pokemon
so. Yeah.
with Houndour. Yeah,
Mm-hmm. Houndoom, Houndour.
yeah. All right, and then number 1,
Guitar.
Tyranitar. Just from Larvitar and then to Pupitar, where it gave like that cool like Metapod kind of look. and then
Mm-hmm.
went into like this giant T-Rex looking thing that summons a sandstorm right off the bat. You don't even need to include sandstorm in your move set, and that thing is just a tank. And its mega
Right.
evolution is so cool.
Oh, so
Ah, Tyranitar is so good. Tyranitar, man. That's one of my hype Pokemon. I love T-Tar, man. That's my guy. For your starter for the second gen, I know I said number two, but it's got to be Cyndaquil. I feel like you're a fire guy, so definitely gonna go with Cyndaquil on that.
okay. I didn't expect you to actually guess wrong. I thought you were gonna guess Totodile because Totodile is my number one.
Listen, I thought Tysplosion would be the reason. My
So
apology.
so it's so close because I think those are both great. The reason why I have like two different reasons why I chose Totodile more because they're the only two options. There's no, oh, there's only like two starters in Gen 2. There's not a third one. I don't know who the third one is if there is one.
Chikorita, bro.
Who's that? Never heard
Better than
Chikorita.
Bulbasaur. Better
Shut
than
up!
Bulbasaur.
Don't even say that. Don't even say that.
Bro, much
Don't even say
cleaner,
that.
more
Anyways,
beautiful.
anyways, basic. Jeez, bland. Jeez,
Basic?
yeah. Anyways, okay, so I think the fire is so cool around Typhlosion, but when like the fact that it's not there all the time,
Mm-hmm.
kind of like ruins it. He looks naked,
Dude, it is so weird,
right?
especially in what Arceus? In the Arceus
The
games too?
Hisuian one, yeah.
Dopey and weird.
But no, so Totodile's since my first game was Soul Silver, Totodile was my first ever Pokemon I've ever gotten in a Pokemon game.
At least he was the right first one.
Correct. Shut up. But yeah, so Totodile was my first one, and I don't mind Croconaw. I definitely don't despise it as much as you do.
Yeah.
But I really like Feraligatr. I think it is such a cool final evolution. It's one of my favorite final evolutions out of starters. Like I think it's really cool. It's like a big alligator, and he looks insane.
Just got those long claws, man.
Right.
Wonder how far they can actually reach, bro. Not saying it's a bad design, just Totodile sold it for me.
Oh, and he's so good. He's just a little blue croc. He's so adorable.
Dude,
Yeah.
he's something out of a cartoon, bro.
Yep. So that's my starter. Can you guess my legendary?
Well, I mean, you basically handed it to me on a silver platter. It's Entei, bro.
No,
I know what it is now if it's not Entei. It's Lugia, bro.
it has to
It's
be
Lugia.
my
I
first
mean,
game.
yeah.
So Silver, my first game. Lugia is my favorite of all time.
All time
Favorite
favorite
time.
legendary.
Yes, I love the design. It's Pokemon
Okay,
movie 2000. It's
respect.
my favorite movie. I
Respect.
I think it's just great. I like it shiny. I like the magenta on it. Can you guess any of my top three?
If I had to choose, see, I'm trying to think of like all the unique ones because like that's your first game though. So I'm gonna go with Skarmory. I think Tyranitar definitely is like one of those must on there. And hmm, what's another Pokemon that's in that game though that like stood out from the rest? Oh, Scizor.
That's a good one. That's a good guess. Skizzer almost made it. Skarmory's one of my least favorite Pokemon.
It's probably Steelix out of them all for a Steel type. But yeah, all right, go
So
ahead, lay it on me.
going in order, Titar's my third favorite. It's a kaiju.
Ooh.
It's hey,
I
going out of all Pokemon Gen 2 to make top three has to be good, okay? I get it. Titar is second pseudo legendary, right after Dragonite.
mhm.
But I think he's cool. He's a kaiju pretty much. Then he gets his mecha form in Pokemon Violet, um, which doesn't look great, but it's a fun reference to Godzilla and Mecha Godzilla. That's why I like
Oh
it.
yeah.
Even though they added Godzilla in there, we'll get to him later. But
Mhm.
but yeah, so T-Tar's number three. Number two is Gligar. I love Gligar's design.
Uh, wait. Gliscor's baby form?
Yep,
See, I would have never thought. Fair enough. I mean, hey, that's you, man.
I love Gligar. I think he's cool. I love his design. I love his evolution, but that's a different generation. But yeah, Gligar. And then my favorite. See, I like a lot of water Pokemon, excluding starters, because my favorite water Pokemon is a starter. But excluding starters, my favorite water Pokemon is Kingdra.
I was not even gonna say that. I thought you were gonna say Quagsire
No,
because he's a big boy.
I love Kingdra. I think he's so cool. I think he looks awesome. I like Seadra, but Kingdra just makes him look so. And he gets that dragon typing too.
Mm-hmm.
Water dragon. That's
It's a nice
crazy.
touch.
Right? Yeah. And like he's the king. He's the Kingdra. It's just so good, so good.
He ain't the king, man. He ain't Nido King, bro. Stop
That's true.
playing.
That's true. Yeah, that's my top three for Gen 2. So if we're moving on to Gen 3, I'm going to guess that your favorite starter for Gen 3 is Trico.
Yep,
Okay.
it definitely is. I love Trico. I love Sceptile. I'm just saying, Sceptile's design is so cool. His Mega
Mhm.
Evolution, and then Ash's Trico with the little stick in his mouth. Just
Iconic.
and I also like Leaf Blade though. That's
Yeah.
one of my favorite grass moves. One of them, not the move, but yeah, Trico definitely is my favorite. I have nothing else to deliberate. There's not much to say about it.
So I feel like this next one's going to be super easy for your legendary. If it's not this one, then you're on something. I don't know what you're smoking. Maybe pass it over here, but it has to be Rayquaza,
Of course, of course. He's a giant green dragon, bro. And he went toe to toe with Deoxys.
right?
And he had his own game. Like, come on. I love Rayquaza's so amazing. The design to the
Mm-hmm.
moves. Just like I said, there's not really much to discuss. I mean, that's my choice right there.
Isn't he part
All
of the
right, Dylan.
Aren't they called the Creation Trio? Him, Groudon, and Kyogre. Are they the Creation Trio, or is that the Gen 4 Pokemon?
Give me 1 second here. I'll tell you.
Okay, while you do that, I'm gonna think of some Gen 3. I'm also struggling with this, so I'm gonna say Salamence because he's in Gen 3. I'm gonna say Salamence.
They are not they are not the creation trio. Didn't mean to cut you off there. Creation Trio is in the next generation.
Okay, gotcha. I can't think of what their name is, but okay. So I'm gonna go Salamence. I'm gonna go Flygon and Metagross.
You only got one.
Metagross.
Yes, sir. So cool. So cool. It's a steel type that can use what was it? Meteor Punch?
Meteor Punch, yeah.
Yeah.
And
Mega
it's psychic.
Evolution. And a psychic? Yes, sir.
It's shiny.
Such a cool design. My number two, which will come to a surprise to you, is Armado. I love Armado, bro.
Okay.
It's such a cool looking little fossil Pokemon.
Yep.
I don't know. I don't know. Plus, I loved how I said it in the anime though too. Amado. But yeah, and then my other one is Slacking though.
Oh, I was gonna say Slacking. Slacking is a good one.
Like he is basically a better version of Snorlax in my opinion.
Right. Right.
Just because he's not limited to his weight though, because he sleeps, then he wakes up, and then he's just 10 times a menace. He is more of a menace than Snorlax ever. But Snorlax gets more of an edge just because you had to go find a Pokeflute in the game to go make that
Right.
man move. But yeah, that's my top three. All right, Dylan. All right. Why do I feel like I'm gonna say this and then right away I know I'm gonna regret saying it? Number three, if I have to choose for your starter, it's got to be Torchic because I feel like you love Blaziken.
Wow. It's my third. Out of
So that means it's Mudkip. God damn it.
yeah, man. I see. I don't like Torchic or Combustion, but I do like Blaziken. I think Blaziken is a cool Pokemon. I like his Mega. I like Trico. I like Grovyle. I like Sceptile. I used to hate Sceptile, and I finally realized that he's a good Pokemon, and I like him. I think he's one of my favorite grass types. But Mudkip, it lost its number one spot. It used to be my number one favorite Pokemon of all time. It's my favorite starter of all time, but it's like maybe top 3 favorite Pokemon for me. But Swamp, I like Marshtomp. Swampert's a great design. I adore Mega Swampert. It is probably my favorite Mega because he just gets big, beefy, and just oh my goodness. There was like an animated
Fat arms.
short of him going against Rayquaza. I'm pretty sure.
I'd have to look.
Yeah, I think it's like an actual like it's like uh, the Pokemon girl, which looks like May, using a Mega Swampert and is fighting Rayquaza, like freezes him. I think it like punches the Rayquaza, but like it's so cool. I chose it for Omega Ruby, and I used Omega Swampert. Second generation to or second starter generation to get Mega Evolutions right behind um, Gen 1. Even though Blaziken, yeah, only those two generations have Megas.
Yeah.
And even though Blaziken was the first one to get a Mega, I will say I really do like Sceptile's Mega. I think it's really cool. I think the tail aspect's really cool. How it launches off like a torpedo. But you can't beat a like it's like a blue Hulk. It's a raged out on steroids Swampert. Went to the gym, got roided up, and just I would be terrified of seeing that thing coming towards me. But yes, Mudkip is my favorite starter. Maybe top two favorite starters. There's another one that really competes for it. Maybe three too. I have a brand like a new favorite one, but we won't get into that right now. But go ahead and
Well,
guess.
I'm not laughing at your choice, by the way. I'm just laughing at the fact that he is literally just a Hulk in the Pokemon world.
Right,
There's a
exactly.
good analogy.
Go ahead and guess my legendary.
Groudon. Giant Kaiju.
So close.
So it's Rayquaza.
Yes. Like I really want to put Groudon there, but like you can't beat Rayquaza, and like Primal
I'm
Groudon's
gonna hate
really
it.
cool, but Mega Rayquaza, shiny Mega Rayquaza is unbelievable. The colors are so cool. And I think the reason why I like it so much is like I was into Pokemon. I never really knew what Rayquaza was, but I was also into Smash Bros. And he was a boss in Smash Bros. Brawl. And I remember going against him like this is so cool. I've come to find out he's a Pokemon, and I'm like, this is awesome. And he's one of my favorite legendaries. I also really like Groudon. It was really hard for me not to put him there. Big giant red kaiju, awesome. But I can't like Destiny Deoxys is also one of my favorite movies, so I have to throw Rayquaza there at number one for legendaries. But yes, go ahead and take my I guess my top three for my top three Pokemon Gen 3.
So I'm gonna say Salamence is one. I definitely feel like Salamence is definitely one of them. Maybe Absol. I can see you being an Absol guy. I can see you enjoying the design and everything. Um, I don't know. Metagross. Not a single one.
I thought you knew me.
Oh, get out of here. I think he knew me. All
My
right.
absolute favorite Pokemon of all time is in Generation 3.
All time favorite Pokemon. All right.
So, starting at
Let's
the bottom of the list, it's Flygon, number three, out of my top three. I think Flygon's awesome. I love shiny Flygon. It was my first shiny I got in Pokemon Go. Um, Technically, my first
okay.
shiny I ever caught because I never caught an actual shiny in the mainline games until Violet. No, Scarlet. I got Scarlet. Until Scarlet. Never caught a shiny before because I never completed the Pokédex and all that stuff. But I was catching shinies left and right in Scarlet. But my first technical shiny was on Pokemon Go, which is a Trapinch, which evolved into a Flygon. Also got a Flygon in my first Pixelmon run I ever did. Shiny Flygon. Yeah, I think Flygon's cool. I love the glasses on it. I think it's a really cool design Pokemon. I think it's really cool how it like you don't expect it from a Trapinch and a Vibrava. Number two is Shiftry. I love
The
to
tree
see
is cool though.
I love to see that line. I see that's a really like adorable little nut Pokemon. And then you have Nuzleaf, which is like this just simple, cool little dude. But Shiftry's like a ninja. He's like a long-haired ninja flying through. He has like the wooden shoes
The
on,
mask.
the mask, the wooden shoes on. I think he's really cool. I have a dream team as well. Like I have a dream team I build, I said 2 Pokemon on that Dream Team, which is Kingdra and Shiftry. So my Dream Team was 6, which I didn't think about adding this. We definitely could have done a Dream Team as part of the video. Maybe at the end, if we have time, we'll throw it in. But at least, at least saying throughout,
Let's save it. Let's save it for the movies.
we'll do the movies. Okay, we'll do a Dream Team. Yes, and then my all-time favorite Pokemon of all time favorite Pokemon of all time. I'm gonna keep saying all time is Aggron.
Okay, yeah, big kaiju. Jeez, big
He's
metal
so cool
kaiju.
though. He looks like he should be a pseudo legendary. Like I want to see an
Yeah,
animated battle of Mega Aggron versus Mega Tyranitar. I think that would be absolutely awesome. You
that
have
would be.
you have Aggron using Iron Tail, Tyranitar using Chomp, catching the Iron Tail. They back off. Tyranitar uses Hyper Beam. Aggron uses Thunder, and then just I have
You've
it
been
in my.
playing this out in your head.
I
You've been playing
know,
this in your head for
I
too
know. I
long.
think it's awesome. Yes, Aggron's my all-time favorite. I love Larian's cool. I like Larian, but Aggron's is an adorable little metal dude. I think he's so cool. Like these little is it bipedal? No. Is that what it is? Bipedals when they're all fours? You don't know?
You too.
I like the Pokemon that are always on all fours, like Mudkip, Bulbasaur, Aeron. I think this is cool. Yes, that's
Wait, you
my
said
top.
Aaron? Did you say Aaron?
Is it Aeron?
You sounded like you're saying Aaron. Aaron? 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 Is it Aaron?
Aron? It's something like
Uh,
that. I'm gonna say Aeron.
that's kind of like that Key and Peele sketch where it's like Aaron.
Yeah, yeah.
Anyway,
But
all right.
okay, Gen 4, which I will say was the hardest for me at least, but I'm gonna guess your starter is Turtwig.
It is. It is. I love the little green turtle, and I'm not gonna be like him and be like, "Oh, well, it has a huge tree on its back." Nah, nah, nah. It's so cool because it can use dark moves. Like, yeah, it had a tree on its back, but that's not a reason why I'm gonna put it above everything else. It's just I felt like the grass types were getting better as like the seasons were going on. So I don't know. I plus everybody wanted a fire type, and it's just like it. Chimchar is awesome. Don't get me wrong. Chimchar is amazing. I felt like those three starters themselves are definitely a top three, like for design wise, all the way like through the board over there. At least in my opinion, it could be a top three, top five bare minimum. But yeah, it's definitely Turtwig. He's just so cool. I like a little green turtle. So yeah,
All right, for legendary, I'm gonna say I don't want to know. I don't know if I want to be basic. Let's say Arceus
you can be
or
whatever you want.
I don't know if I want to be basic. Oh no, Darkrai.
You're absolutely wrong.
Am I really?
Yep, you are absolutely wrong,
Who is it?
dude. It's Palkia. I'm lying to you, bro. It's Darkrai, man.
You can't do that to me. You
You
can't do
see
that.
it? I wish y'all could see his face right now. He was just like,
If you're watching the video, you can see my reaction. Make sure you
it's
also
priceless.
like, subscribe, and comment down below Team Bulbasaur.
See, now he just wants some petty points for now. He's just throwing Bulbasaur in there. Anyway, yeah, Darkrai is so cool though. He can throw you asleep. He can put you to sleep in a matter of seconds, and then Dream Eater, Nightmare,
Yeah.
like just and then he can literally fall asleep and then attack you with his own move set. He's just so cool. And then Tobias using it, like it was unfair for Ash. Ash was on such a good pace of possibly winning, and
Right.
then as soon as he ran into Tobias, it
Didn't
was GG, man.
didn't Tobias have Latios as well?
Yeah, It
He
was
didn't.
it,
He didn't have the Reggie Ice as well, did he? Or was that someone else?
no. We only know 2 Pokemon. He has 4 others that we have not seen.
And it was the freaking. Yeah. I remember that's when Ash
No,
brought
you're thinking of Brandon. You're thinking
Brandon.
of
Okay,
Brandon from the
that's
Battle Frontier.
that's when Ash had to bring Sceptile back in because Infernape was
Yep.
drained. I remember that. I remember it was so weird. It was Diamond and Pearl, and there was a Sceptile, and I didn't put. I was so young, I didn't put two together, and I went back, and I was like, "That's crazy." Yeah. So okay, Darkrai. I love that movie too. The one that he's in. Great movie.
Yes. Yes. Took me a minute because
Yeah.
he's my favorite Pokemon, but it's not one of my favorite movies. So
Is he your favorite of all
that's why.
time?
Oh no,
No.
legendaries, no,
Is your favorite
no,
Pokemon of
no.
all time in this list by the chance? Like, in is going to be in this podcast episode? I'm just
Hmm.
curious.
Let me look at my list real quick because
It makes sense,
yeah,
wouldn't it? Because like you have to put him
yes,
in there.
yes. No, it took me a minute because I had to think and look.
He's it's
Yes,
coming up, right? We haven't passed it.
yeah, we have not passed it yet.
Okay. So your top three. Oh my Jesus, there's so many. If I knew you, I'm gonna
You know me.
say.
I'm gonna play this card on you too. Do you know me, Dylan?
Let's
Do
see.
you?
Jeez, this is hard. This is a hard one. This is a hard one. This is a hard one. Let's see. Let's throw in Rampardos. I don't know. We haven't talked about any regional birds. I want to kind of throw in Star Raptor. I'm gonna throw in Star Raptor.
I'm giving you a stone face so you can't cheat.
I know. And you know what? I'm just gonna go for one of the like old Pokemon evolving it, like the new final evolutions, and we're gonna go Electivire.
Those your choices?
Yep.
Okay. All right. So here we go. You don't know me at all. You don't know me
Jeez.
at all.
Was at least
Not
one of
one.
was Rampardos a good guess? You don't like Rampardos
He
at
was
all?
he was a top 5. He was a top 5. He was not.
That's
He's not my
close. That's
third.
close.
Electrifier wasn't in my top 3 either.
That's fair.
Electrifier was 4.
That's so close. I was close. Come on now. You gotta give
No, no,
me
no,
that.
no. Because one of my all-time favorite Pokemon is going to be said on this list, and I can't believe you didn't even come across it once. And no, it's not who you're thinking.
It's
So
not that.
number 3 is Luxray.
Ew, I know exactly what it is. No, I know exactly what it is. Oh my god.
Number 3 is Luxray.
Which is
Yeah, don't you
fair.
feel silly? Don't
Which
you
is
feel silly, Dylan? Don't you? I thought you knew me, Dylan. I thought you knew me. The pickle, come on, man. You're just a cucumber, bro. Anyway,
don't disrespect me like that.
anyway, Lucario's number 2.
I knew it. I should have said Lucario. I completely forgot about him.
Lucario is so cool. I mean, it's a fighting dog who's a steel type and a fighting. And it used Aura Blast, which was one of the coolest moves.
Yeah, especially animated.
And then Dylan, this one hurts me, man. My favorite Pokemon of all time. That's my number 1, Garchomp.
Oh, jeez. I didn't even think about the pseudo legendary.
Man,
I
Cynthia
I
pulled out
remember.
how great it
Jeez.
was. Mega Evolution. Come on, man.
I
Has a great
remember.
moveset. It's a tank.
Like
Bro.
I've known this too.
I said it multiple times. We even made a list.
We have to go back, and you have to guess my starter first.
I know. Easy money. Come on, man. It's Chimchar. That's like your favorite starter.
Yeah, right next to Mudkip, Chimchar. I love his story in the anime. I love Infernape so much. It's a firefighting monkey. Blaziken was firefighting too, right?
Ooh. Give me a second. Keep going though. That's interesting. I'm pretty sure he might be firefighting. I mean,
because if
Pokemon's weird with that.
If Blaziken's
firefighting, you're good.
So Infernape just did it better.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, like
Better design too.
Blaziken's cool. Don't get me wrong. He's a Mega. Mega Blaziken's pretty cool. Chimchar, his whole line. Monferno is one of my favorite mid-level designs. Like the blue around the eyes is so unique. But in Infernape's final design, he just did it better. He's the best firefighting Pokemon out of all the starters. Because they keep repeating it, they don't learn.
This no, since season 3, yeah.
Right, but he does it best, and yeah, he's just one of my favorites of all time too. He also makes my dream team. Infernape makes my dream team. Only starter I'll choose because I don't like to put starters on dream teams because I feel like um
Typical.
I feel typical about it. But like he's my favorite fire Pokemon of all time, so I have to.
So if I have to guess your legendary, Dialga,
Yep, yep. He's my second favorite
Kaiju.
Pokemon. Second favorite legendary. Real close pick with Guarantine because Guarantine is really cool, especially the origin form. But I don't know what it is about Dialga. The big giant steel dragon, I think it is. Just this
Yep.
giant, massive Pokemon who he's he's time, right? He's the time one. Palkia space. He's time
Yes.
because
He.
they're the creation
Yes.
trio. They're the creation trio.
Yes. Yes. Because Arceus is in there. That's why.
Right.
That's why they're considered the creation because Arceus is
I
God.
can't choose Arceus. Arceus is he's the god of Pokemon. Like, what are you gonna do? You know, who stands up to
How do
Arceus?
you how do you argue that?
Right. So Dialga, I just love his design. I think he's cool. I don't like Palkia at all. So
Dumb design.
it's Dialga all the way. But yeah, so that's my legendary.
This is where the fun begins. Um. So Gliscor, Lucario, and because you forgot, I don't think it's gonna be Garchomp. So give me Rampardos.
You scared me for a moment because I thought you were gonna get none of them, but you got one.
Rampardos.
So going in order, my third one is Yanmega. Um, Yanmega is my favorite bug type Pokemon.
Ew.
Yanmega also makes my dream team. He's
Oh
so
yeah.
cool. He's one of the best bug type Pokemon too. He's just he's badass. It's a big dragonfly, and it looks kind of like a dragon,
It looks like a jet to me.
a
Or
jet
is that or is
dragon.
that a or is that like a mega evolution? Does he have a mega evolution?
I wish
Okay, I was gonna say definitely should have gave him a mega.
that
You
was
could
so
have done
cool.
so much cool stuff with it. Yeah.
But so yes, number two is Rampardos because it was one of the first fossil Pokemon I remember getting, and it's just such a cool design. I love the blue and the gray design for the coloring. And it just looks so cool. Cranidos is cool, but Rampardos just and that black rim around everything and the spikes fits so well. And I'm so hurt you didn't guess my favorite
Oh, you're
because
hurt. Oh, my apologies. I'm sorry, sir.
I named my dog after it.
See, I didn't think you would choose it because I thought that'd be too obvious.
No,
Luxray.
I named Luxray after I named so my German Shepherd is named Luxray. I named her Luxray because Luxray is one of my favorite Pokemons. It's probably at least top three for me. If I had to
Cool
choose,
design.
it bounces back and forth, but it might have to go like Aggron. It's Aggron's number one, and then it has to be the Infernape or Luxray.
Like a Super Saiyan too, by the way. You think about it.
Right, the shiny
I
form
just
too,
didn't think.
especially.
I just didn't think. I just didn't think Luxray would be on your. See, because there's so many other iconic ones. That's why it was tough.
No, right? Like, but you like Luxray is one of the coolest because like it's like a early route Pokemon. Like you had those in each gen. It's probably the
Hmm.
best one out of all the gens.
Yeah, I
It's
definitely
so
say
good
if it's not, it's definitely top two. I don't.
up
I
there.
can't think of
Yeah,
another one that's gonna
right.
outdo it.
Like I don't think Growlithe's early route.
No, I think it's more towards when you get closer to the Sabari zone. I think it's more
Right.
towards closer to that. Or I think it's in the cave actually.
something
I think
like
it's in a
that.
cave you could get it. Yeah, yeah, but you're right though. It's not as early as Shinx.
Right, Shinx is one of the very first encounters you can get, and like everyone has that typical uh, team when you play any of the Diamond and Pearls. Like mine is always Infernape, Staraptor, Luxray, Rampardos. Oh, jeez. But then I also
I just feel
choose.
bad. I feel bad because I'm like, I know his dog's name is
No,
Luxray.
you're
That's why I
fine.
feel a little no, but that's why I feel bad because and a little bit of a dummy because I'm just like, there's so many other cool ones, but I didn't put two and two together.
Right, I didn't guess any of yours, and honestly, I know so very little about the next couple of generations coming up, and I don't think we've talked about it. I really don't think I can guess. At least the starters I can probably guess, and the legendaries, but like other Pokemon, I really don't think I can guess much. So saying that, let's get into Generation Five.
And before you say anything, I hate this. I do not like this generation at all.
Oh, my
I
least
think
favorite. It was hard for me to pick
worst
three.
character designs, bro.
It was hard for me to pick my three favorite Pokemon from it because there was barely any.
I just had to give three just for the list. That's
Right.
the only reason I did it.
But so if I had to say a starter for you, it would be Snivy.
Of course. Course. It's basically a serpent without telling you until it gets to Servine and then Superior. It's so cool looking. I love it. It's a great design. And like I said, the grass Pokemon just kept on going up, up, up every single time. I
Right.
love
No,
them.
I think it definitely had one of the coolest like twist designs because like it grows little arms. And you're like, oh, it's probably gonna grow some big arms, and it's just a snake. You don't see that with any other Pokemon that's like has a long body. Like
Yeah.
it's very unique, and I like that.
Besides Gyarados. I would say Gyarados is like the
Right.
only other one you could truly
Right. But
say.
the Onyx as well. But like if we're talking starter
Yeah.
Pokemon, I think it has one of the
Oh yeah,
most
starter.
unique starter Pokemon designs.
Oh yeah, 110%. All right, what you got, bro? What you got?
Legendary.
This one's gonna be tough.
I'm gonna say I'm gonna say Kyurem.
Wrong. Zekrom.
Okay, that's. See, I was wondering if you'd do a box art Pokemon, and I was like, you know what, I'm gonna see, because like the only other two I could think of would be Kyurem or Keldeo.
Oh, Zekrom just because of the simple fact that Zekrom in the anime he took away Pikachu's powers, which really peed me off because he lost Volt Tackle, which was like the coolest Pikachu move in anime, and then
Right.
like, oh, Electro Ball, here we go. But that's for a different topic. That's gonna be for a different time to
Don't
discuss
worry,
about this.
Captain Pikachu gets it back, so we still have a Pikachu
That
that has it.
that's fine, but still though, man, they
No,
they
I
they had to
completely
nerf Ashes.
right. Like imagine if he still had that throughout the rest of the series. Like by Leon's Charizard doesn't even. He pretty much used it. That looked like what he used against Leon's Charizard, right?
Yeah, in the final clash, yeah.
Right. Zach Brown was like, "You're gonna have this back for this one battle. Here you go, man."
Yeah, here you go, man. It just but yeah, Zekrom definitely. Plus, I love the design too, though. I feel like Zekrom's
Oh,
design is pretty cool.
when he lights up with that light blue and the black.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it looks
Mm-hmm.
cool.
Just even without that, I think it looks. I think it's it's a whole. It's basically all black, but I mean, I like the fact that it's simple,
Right.
simplex. I just don't like any of the clouds. I don't like any of the like the three. I think they're the swords or whatever they're called. They're like the sword poke. Yeah,
There,
you know
yeah.
what I'm
There's
talking about.
I can't think of their
The
names.
swords of justice.
Do you like the Keldeo though? The one. There's a
Keldeo, if I had to choose, there's three of them. There's Keldeo, there's
there's four.
Oh,
There's
Terracon,
yep.
and Verizian.
And the
Verizian.
and
Because
there's four, but there's three of them that are the Swords of Justice, and there's this one more that wants to join their group, or something
Keldeo,
like
the
Keldeo.
unicorn,
Yep.
right? Yeah,
Yeah.
and then
I
there's
don't.
Genesect, and
Yeah, it's just weird. It's really weird Pokemon.
I like it. It's just I felt like it was just, and I couldn't go with I couldn't go with what Kyurem. I couldn't go with Kyurem. I
Really.
couldn't do it just because. Yeah, I couldn't do it just because of the simple fact that I'm like it It's okay. It looks all right. It looks cool with Reshiram. I love that design with Reshiram. I mean, the design with Zekrom is pretty cool as a combination, but I don't know. Ryuram by itself, I just think I don't know. Like in the Meet the Robinsons, I got a big head and little
All
arms.
right. Yep.
Dad. Yeah, that's what it just reminds me of. But yeah, Zekrom is my legendary.
Okay.
Have fun with this, by the way.
Right. I'm gonna say I feel like you have to have. We're gonna go Herdier.
Okay.
We're gonna go Zebra Strike,
Okay.
and we're gonna go Haxorus.
Okay. You got one right.
I figured.
So Hexorus, that's the final evolution for Axel, correct?
True. Yep.
Okay. That right there is my number 3. I
Okay.
love Axel. I think Axew, sorry. I love
Axel.
Axew. I think it's so cool. And as it evolves, you think that the wings are just going to keep on going straight, straight, straight. Instead, he gets them curved, having like this cool, sleek design. And like, I would have loved to put either Drudagon on there, or if
Ooh.
not
Okay.
Drudagon, I would have loved to put Hydreigon because, like Dylan,
Oh,
I love
Hydreigon. Yes.
Yeah, I love um, kaijus. So he gave me that Godzilla feel.
Like the
What?
King
What?
Ghidorah.
Yes, that's what it reminded me of, and I loved it. It's just the design wasn't. The design was the reason why it didn't sit with me
It's
too well.
it's my least favorite pseudo Hydreigon.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'm actually a little shocked, but fair enough.
Yeah.
So my next one is Zorak or Zoroark.
Ooh, good one. Yes. Yes. Okay.
Good design, good looking Pokemon. That's basically how I just determined that. Because, like I said, I really dislike this whole generation. I
Mm-hmm.
felt like it was very lackluster. And then my final one is Crocodile, the final evolution.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah, big beefy red crocodile with the glasses.
Is that how you say his name? Crocodile.
It's spelled Krokodile.
All right. Just preference. We're not experts. We can't. We're not gonna be able to pronounce
No.
every single thing ever. But yeah. So no, I know what you're talking about though. Yeah, definitely cool. Especially
Hmm.
Ashes, because I didn't Ashes wear sunglasses.
The sunglasses. Yep. He actually, well, I mean, it looks like he has sunglasses, but like Ashes legitly like gave that Squirtle Squad feels where he
Yep.
just put the glasses on,
Right.
kind of like in Big Daddy where Adam Sandler's like to Zach and Cody, "Hey, put these on."
Right.
But yeah, okay,
Okay.
all
Can you
right,
guess my starter for Gen 5?
yeah. This whole one, I know you're dreading it just as much as I am right now. I'm gonna go with Oshawott just because you like your starters being on all fours.
Ashco's not on all fours. Only
Yeah,
Tepig.
but Ajwa evolves
The final
into all
evolution.
fours. So
No, that's
yes, with
fair.
Samurai.
Yeah, so my first run through of Pokemon Black, I chose Snivy. I wish I chose Oshawott because Oshawott is my favorite starter for Gen 5. I like Snivy, don't get me wrong. I think Superior has a great final design, but Samurott being a samurai Pokemon, Hisuian Samurott is awesome. I really, yeah, he's not the best water dark type starter out there, but he's a good one, and like I really like him. I
Oh,
like his
he's
final.
just water, by the way.
Yes, just him, but Hisuian's water dark.
Oh,
Yes, yeah, yeah. Just he's just regular water, but no, I really like Ashwa. I think it's a great Pokemon. I like Ash's Ashwa, the Asha Ashwa. Like I like that, but yeah. So that's my starter.
oh, Dylan, this one's gonna be interesting for you. Legendary. Hmm, 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 hmm. Blah. Ah, jeez, they're just all garbage. I don't even know what to say, and I'm sorry if I disrespect you by if you like one of these. I mean, it was hard for me to even pick one.
There is one that I
Um,
like a lot.
I'll just go with Keldeo.
No,
Okay,
So
so if it's not, yeah, go ahead, lay it on me.
it's one of my favorite starters too. It probably can definitely scrape top five. Not starters, favorite legendary. It can definitely scrape top five legendaries for me, and it's Zekrom. Like one,
Really,
it's the coolest one out of
really.
it's the coolest one out of any of the one in that generation. Two, I love the color design, especially when it lights up with the blue and the black. Like it has the black lights up with the blue. But I think it is such a great electric type Pokemon. It is so good, and it's one of my top
And
five
it's a
favorites.
dragon.
Right?
And
Yeah,
it's a
but
dragon type too.
don't get me
Bro, I
wrong.
was not expecting.
Yeah, don't get me wrong. Reshiram looks decent with the white and the red. It looks good. But Zekrom, just like that baby blue with that black is such a great color combination, and like it's one of my favorite electric type Pokemon. Not up, it's not my favorite, but it's definitely maybe a top five legendaries for me. But yeah, so
I'm a swing and a miss. Cause I listen, it was hard just because like I don't care for him, and yeah. All right,
all right, have fun with this
jeez.
one because like
Here
this
comes,
is
yeah. This is
yeah.
rough. Yeah. My state too, though. So far, I'm glad that none of us chose starters again into the top
Right.
because we could have, and I'm glad you didn't. I'm glad I didn't either. We're gonna go with uh Zoroark. I feel like that could be one.
Okay.
I just gotta think. Oh, Huxorus. So basically, I'm choosing two out of my list now, and I don't even know how you even came up with some for me. This props to you, man. Props to
I
anybody who likes
I had to
this.
think because like I remember. See, this is like one of the ones where like when you're little and you gain consciousness.
Yeah.
This is like one of the very games I remember playing through. I can remember my whole playthrough, and I remember the Pokemon I used. That's why I can
Okay.
really name them through. Even though I played Diamond and Soul Silver beforehand and all that, and Ruby, I was so young. I was just clicking buttons and doing stuff.
Fair enough. Let's go. Let's go. I'm gonna have to say your other favorite Pokemon is. You know what? I'm gonna go with Conkeldurr.
Ooh, that's not a bad guess. But no. So you got one, which is number two on my list, which is Haxorus. Number three on my list, which I'm surprised you didn't say it because it's also on your list, is Crocodile.
See, I didn't know though, because like the
I think
way
it's
that you
really
were like
cool.
reacted, the way that you reacted though, I was just like, okay, I don't think he
Threw
has it
you
on his list.
off, yeah. See,
Yeah,
I look at my list and I'm like, I kind of wanted to say what's on my list because like that's the Pokemon I could think of, but I had to think deep. Number one is weird. I checked it. It's not actually classified as a legendary because I thought it was, but it's Volcarona. Because legendaries don't have multiple evolutions, but Volcarona
that's
does.
true. That is true.
Larvesta and Volcarona.
No, I agree. I'm saying like you're
Yeah,
right. It's a bug fire type.
right.
It's
Like
cool.
it was special for some reason. Like you had to do something special in the game to get it. But
Mm-hmm.
I think it's one of the cool. It's like it's Mothra, so kaiju. It's the Slytherin, whatever its paradox form is in Scarlet. The ancient form of it, I think, is absolutely awesome. When it's crawling around and stuff, it's like a little. It's like a caterpillar with wings. Like I think that looks awesome. I don't like its future design whatsoever. I don't really like any of the future ones, if I'm being honest. Iron Galliade, the future for Galliade is pretty cool. But yeah, so Volcarona would be my number one favorite Pokemon out of that generation.
I just didn't even think. I didn't even think Godzilla at that moment in time.
Right. Gen 6. So this was, I remember this was X and Y. Very hyped because this is what introduced Mega Evolution. Um, which, unfortunately we can't include. Well, we'll do a whole thing on Megas because, like, most of the Megas in that game are from past generations. So you can't really
Mm-hmm.
include any of those in this generation. But I'm going to choose your starter as Froakie.
Greninja, bro. The reason why Froakie is because of Greninja. There Water Shuriken. He's a ninja, and he can change his typing.
Shadow clones.
That's yeah. That's the only thing, man.
Right.
Could I don't know. I mean, Chespin was close for me, but I do not like Finnick.
Oh no, neither do I.
I don't. I just think it's just lazy.
Right.
Anyway, what you got for legendary?
Okay. I'm trying to think of any other like side legendaries, but I can't. So I guess if I had to choose one, it would be Yveltal. No. Zygarde?
Yep, I love Zygarde's final form. I think it's
Mhm.
so cool. It looks so badass. And like it becomes a dog, right? In the second one, in its
So
second
yep,
form.
so it has this little tiny green glob, then becomes a dog, then becomes a big
Yep.
serpent, and then it becomes the final like giant mech.
Yeah, that's what sold it for me was the giant mech. But like being a dog too, though, yeah. So what you got for starters over there, Dilly Dilly?
Oh jeez. Top three. I'm trying to think back to this season. What was the regional bird? Oh, Talonflame. Noivern, Talonflame, and Gudra.
Well, you didn't get any of them.
Okay. That's hard.
Halucha, number 3.
Oh, Halucha was a good one too. He's also had Halucha on his team.
Yep, and it was a good design too. I
Yes.
love he's a luchador, man. He's a
Yeah.
bird luchador. High jump kick, baby.
Okay.
Aegislash.
Okay.
Just because it's one of the first Pokemon that we truly got to see doing I think it's stance change,
Mm-hmm.
where it literally goes from being like getting like that power for a defensive shield, and then like a super attack for like going into
Sword.
sword mode. Yep. And then Dylan, this one's gonna hurt you because you're gonna be like, oh, I should have guessed it. Tyrantrum.
Should have guessed it.
Tyrantrum is so cool because
I
it's also a
completely,
dragon type.
I completely forgot about Tyrantrum. I should have guessed it. How did I not think about that? It completely like blinked out of my mind.
Is that sarcasm I'm hinting in your mind?
No,
Is
that's
that sarcasm?
no. I can't do sarcasm. I can't even lie. I smile all the time.
Yeah.
That's
I just
no.
like busting them.
I know.
Yeah.
That's so hard though. Like I for some reason just blinked like that generation just blinked out of my mind. I was
Rock Dragon, baby.
surprised. Yeah, I was surprised I could come up with any of those Pokemon though. But okay, yeah. So do you want to guess what my starter is?
Yeah. Hmm. So it should be Froakie, but it's not. I know that it's gonna be no, it's Froakie. I'm not gonna get played here. It's Froakie.
Should it be Froakie? Because it's not. It's
Yeah,
Chespin.
you're dumb. It's Chespin. You're
How
dumb.
am I dumb?
I'm not saying you're dumb for that. I'm saying dumb
I
as
get
in
it. I get
like
it. I get it.
that's dumb. Like yeah.
So
No, it's a good choice. That was my two.
I like Greninja. Um, kind of. I like the design and the aspect of like he's a ninja, but do I care for him? No, he's one of my like middle maybe favorite starter Pokemon. Like he's definitely not up there. I don't hate him. There's others I hate more, but I don't care. I think it was okay that he and Ash had that Destiny bond, not Destiny bond. That is it just bond battle bond? Isn't that what it is?
Yeah, yeah, because
Whatever.
you could get it in Sun and Moon as a pre-order or something like that. Yeah.
Right. Like I thought that was okay. Like I just didn't really care for him too much.
You didn't vibe with it.
No, but Chespin I did. Chestnut I think. First off, Qualadin is a handsome little gentleman. He's just a big round porcupine boy. And I think he's hilarious. But Chestnut's so cool. He has like that armored shield on his back. He looks a little goofy in the face, but that's who I chose my run through, and I really did like him.
So here's my little thing now that I gotta like say here, because you don't really like Tepig, and his middle evolution basically looks like Quilladin,
No,
and you just Yeah, what do you mean? No, they're both big, bulky boys. Come on, bro. And then wait. Remember your whole little love for Oshawa and all that because they're ninjas.
He's a samurai. You
Oh,
can't
oh,
you
oh,
can't compare samurai and a ninja. His
oh,
name is
oh.
Samurai, Tom.
I'm just saying though. I'm just saying. You gonna tell me a ninja frog isn't cool?
No, I see no correlation between I don't even know what Tepig's middle evolution and Ambor's the
He's
final
he's
is.
a. It looks like he's carrying suitcases, bro. He's literally the same exact looking.
What's Tepig's middle evolution's name? It's Tepig.
Give me a second
See,
here.
it's so forgettable.
Pig night. Pig night. What
Yeah,
do you mean? No.
no.
Okay, listen, editor. Put those two
I
pictures
am the
up.
editor. I am the
That's
editor.
right. That's right. I'm demanding now. Go ahead and put that up there, Dylan.
I'll put it
Go
up there.
ahead.
You guys let me know in the comments after you do hashtag Team Bulbasaur. You let me know how if
Hashtag
he's.
Charmander. He's over here plugging his whole. You're plugging your team in mid argument. I thought we were over the whole Charmander thing, bro. We are 5 generations past that, and you're already throwing it back in,
I'm sure it'll come up
bro.
at the end as well.
I'm
But
sure it
okay,
will.
going on from that, yes, Chespin. Can you guess my legendary?
Legendary. If I was a young warthog. Okay. I feel like it's the two that are on the covers.
Xerneas and Yveltal.
Give me Xerneas because I feel like you like that the antlers are different colors. That like it's cool looking, but then the kaiju effect freaking hits it when it's like yo whatever big Y.
Xerneas is one of my least favorite legendaries.
What?
Xerneas is one of my least favorite legendaries.
You just
I
a
like
hater, man. Hey,
Yveltal. I like Yveltal, but it's Zygarde for me too. How can you not
okay.
be a giant robot? Even before it's a giant robot, the giant serpent. Kaiju.
Listen. There's moments on this list where I'm thinking, okay, he's not gonna be typical, and then I say it, and then you're like, no, no, hey, here's a sign again. My name's Dylan, and this is what I like.
But like,
So I try
you
to
know
think out of the
what?
box, bro.
You know what it reminds me of a lot, Zygarde? It reminds me a lot of
Uh,
the Jaegers from Pacific Rim.
mm,
Or like a big Power Ranger mech.
Megazord, bro.
Megazord, yeah.
Yep,
But
I agree.
okay. I'm curious to
Okay,
see if you
fair
can
enough.
get any of my top three from this gen though.
Top three from this generation. This is just
Right?
it's so tough.
Right.
Well, Tyrantrum, uh, Gudra, and Noivern.
So if I had to start from the bottom, it would be Pangoro.
I should have figured. I should have figured.
It's a big
Just
panda
big
bear.
old
It's a big It's a
Kafu Panda,
yeah,
bro.
exactly. It's Poe, and he's so badass. He has that like leaf
Yes.
in his mouth. I really like him. I think it's a really cool design. I really like all the bear Pokemon. I didn't put any. He's like I think the only one on my list. Spoiler,
So far.
but yeah, no, I like him a lot. Number two is Go-Go.
Okay.
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
Weird, right?
Because
He
it's the
was
first Pokemon you can ride.
not only that, but like so Skidoo was I was like one of the first Pokemon I caught in Pokemon Y when I played through. And I kept Go-Go throughout my team because he was awesome. Go-Go was just he was sick and it was I just like his design a lot and I think it's a really cool ram, like a big giant ram. And yes, Tyrantrum, I tried to throw you off earlier. It was sarcasm. Tyrantrum is. I didn't say it because I didn't
You're
want you to.
terrible,
I
bro.
wanted you to
I
forget
caught your
about it.
sarcasm.
But
No.
Tyrantrum, oh my goodness, favorite fossil Pokemon. It's a big Tyrannosaurus Rex. Love dinosaurs. Count them as kaiju's. If you guys listen to last week's podcast about AOT, it's gonna make so much sense. I didn't point this out either. I want to point this out. Look, I got Pikachu and I got Raichu right here, back in my Funko Pop wall. You can't really see them too much. Ooh, he's got the Mewtwo. That's
Yes,
sick,
sir.
actually. That's sick.
All right, my guy. What's good? What's good? You think you know me, don't you?
Well, Gen
What you got?
7, Gen 7, I'm going to guess.
One of my
Was
least
it?
favorites, also, by the way. Another one of my least favorite
But you
games
have.
slash.
Oh, games. Okay, I was going to say, I thought you were talking about starter. Lit.
No, no. Roll it.
Okay, good. Okay, good. I didn't know if you were an Incineroar stan. So that's why I was saying. I'm happy
Not
you didn't say Popular because it's my least favorite starter.
Poplio's all right because that's the first like fairy starter. But I'm just saying that's the like I'm saying its final
Yeah,
evolution is
I
a fairy starter,
choose
but that's like the only thing good about it.
for your legendary. Now, there's a lot because we talk about Ultra Beast too. There's a lot. And I'm just gonna say him because he's not. I'm just gonna say him because I want him to at least be mentioned in this video. But I'm gonna say Buzzswole. There's a lot to choose from. There's Ultra Beast. There's all the Totem Pokemon.
Hey. You get two. There's three different categories. You're saying there's
So
three different
there's
categories in
there's
this. There's the
there's
totems.
the there's box art, totems, Ultra Beast, and there's a few side legendaries. I think.
So I will give you one more guess. I'll give you one more.
Is it Tapu Koko?
No. All right, you get one more because I felt bad for
Is it
that.
Solgaleo?
What's that?
Solgaleo?
Solgaleo? Nope.
Who is it?
Necroozma?
Oh, okay. Okay,
The
that
thing that
makes
confused with either one of them?
right. Okay, that makes sense.
And yes, if I have to include a specific form of his, you nailed it.
Solgaleo, yeah.
Yep. And listen, if if they were not allowed to be part of it, by the way, if Necrozama was not allowed to be in it, you would have nailed it right on the dot.
Solgaleo, yeah.
Cool fire, cool looking dog. Yeah, I wish it was fire, bro. It's a
Yeah.
psychic steel. Har-
Okay.
Have fun with this
Let's
one. This one I feel like is gonna be so hard to guess.
Lycanroc.
And I'm feeling the same with me. Okay.
Specifically the I don't know. Am I gonna say dusk form? I think I'm gonna say dusk form.
Okay.
Like Lycanroc dusk form. The fire turtle you see in the very first episode with that one dude. I can't think of its name.
Turtonator.
Turtonator. And let's go ahead. Toucanon.
Buchanan.
Yep.
Okay. Um. So I'll say you got half of one right.
It's not the dusk form
It's
Lycanroc.
nope.
Oh, but it is Lycanroc.
It is Lycanroc, but I gave it
Is it
half
is
correct.
it the normal Lycanroc, like the regular evolution, or is it the night
No, they have
Lycanroc?
No, they have two forms. I mean, three different forms.
Yeah, there's the what is it? There's dusk,
Midnight,
midnight,
and
and the
then I think
regular.
it's yeah.
Is it the regular?
Nope.
So it's the midnight.
Yep. But yeah. So that one is so spoiler. That's my number one.
Okay.
Number three, Komomo,
Oh, isn't
the
that the
dragon.
pseudo? Isn't that the pseudo legendary?
Yep.
I remember
It,
seeing that in the next
Dylan, you
generation.
kind
I think they
of
called it.
you kind of seeing a little trend there, buddy.
That you like pseudos.
Yeah, for the most part, yeah.
Okay, that's fair.
And then Mimikyu.
Oh, okay. I forgot about Mimikyu. I don't care for Mimikyu.
I like it just because like it's not Pikachu,
I think it's
but
interesting. I
it
think it's
has the
also
Pikachu rag.
I think it's scary too. I like the scary Pokemon.
But listen though, if you know what was a really tough one to take out of it though, Galossopod.
Ooh, yes, yes. Oh my.
It was a tough one to take out, bro. It was a
See,
tough
I
one to
wouldn't
take
mind
out.
being a bug gym leader because like I love Yan Mega, I love Glossopod, I love Scissor. Like I feel like I could be like Scissor as a Mega Evolution, a pretty cool bug trainer.
Oh yeah.
Uh,
And with Glossopod though too though, it's since it's part water, you be able to like
right,
have a decent type advantage against the fire types. I think they could just walk
right.
in there. Yeah.
Okay,
All right.
so
Now,
okay,
now
so
it's your
your turn.
turn.
Yep.
We're gonna go with roll it. We're gonna go with roll it. I think you laid the same starter.
One of my favorite starters is Rowlet. I love the Decidueye too. I like its special move. The I like how it's like a ghost
Yeah.
grass. I think it's really cool. Very
Yep.
cool typing. I like Incineroar mainly for his involvement in Smash, but besides that, I really don't care for the Pokemon in this game at all. But yeah,
Glad I got a starter.
so Rowlet. Okay, can you guess my legendary?
I'm gonna have to go and say Salagaleo.
No, I'll let you. I guess 3 times. I'll let you guess 2 more times.
Wait, are we so here's the thing though. So this is including everything, correct?
Every option for a legendary.
Uh Topo Coco?
Shoot, shoot. I realized I just chose a mythical. I didn't choose a legendary. I'm so sorry.
Cheating. Cheater. See, and this is how he's gonna do it with the whole Bulbasaur, Team
Hold
Bulbasaur.
on,
You
hold
better
on,
watch it. He
hold on.
cheating.
If I had to choose another one, because I like quite a bit of the legendaries in this. Not Tapu Koko. I'll tell you, you're close though.
And it's not Sologlio.
No, he's probably
Sologaleo.
my second favorite.
Okay. So he said pretty oh. So wait. That giant bug thing, the one that you were talking to me beforehand,
Buzzwole.
I can't think. Yeah,
That's my,
that's not a legendary, but that's what your
it
choice
is
would
my
have been.
favorite Ultra Beast, but out of the options, mine's. See, do
No.
you know Zero Aura?
The little
That's
lightning
I thought
thing.
that was a legendary, but that's a mythical.
Yeah, same with so that means that Melmetal,
Right.
Blasphemani, and Staccata and Nanchandela or whatever
I
it is.
was
Sorry if I
so
just
no,
butchered
I
that.
was so upset because I'm like that's my favorite. But if I had to choose, and this is because like this is the only legendary that I like because I meme it is Tapu Bulu, which is the bull. Because I think it's so funny. It's just a bull. It's like a floating totem pole, and I think it's hilarious, and that's why it's my favorite.
Fair enough.
It's the only one I
Fair
don't
enough.
like for like because like usually I like them because they're badass or the design's cool. I just like this one because it's a meme. That's the only one. All the other ones are pretty serious. All right, go ahead and guess
Okay.
my three.
I'm gonna go with Lycanroc, and if I have to choose a form, it would have to be I say probably Dusk. Um I can see Salazzle being one. No. Beware. I can see Beware being one because that thing is a meme, especially with Team Rocket. This is the tough one. So, are we now including the ones that we said weren't legendary into this discussion, or no?
No, I'll count. I won't. I could have
Okay.
said Zero Aura because Zero Aura. We counted mythical as also legendaries because like Mew was an option.
Yeah.
Either way, I like Zero Aura. We'll put it there. But no,
Okay.
just non-mythical, non-legendary, just basic Pokemon.
And I will also say Toucanon.
So you got one. My number two favorite Pokemon is Duskblade and Rock. So you got that 100% correct. I just like the orange, and I just like how it is. I think it looks cool. My number one is Vikavolt. One of my favorite.
Bug, you're
Right.
ha- Bug is like jeez, you are a bug gym leader.
But like Vigavolt is just like I think it's a really cool design. It's one of my favorite like first route bug um lines. And then my number one will also be or same as you, Komomo.
Oh, the dragon, the same one I chose.
Yep, yep.
Okay.
Yeah, I really
Yeah.
enjoy that one, but yeah, no, Gen 7 is very forgettable for me. I don't even think I beat the game. I think I got like a little bit into it and I was kind of bored.
Yeah, no, I can totally agree with that. I played it just to finish it, but I didn't sit there and
Yeah.
enjoy and be like, "Oh my god, this is one of the greatest games ever."
So Gen 8, which I played
Wait,
through this
hey,
game.
I gotta use the bathroom, bro.
Oh, you're good. You're good.
All right. But while I'm going, yeah, figure out what started there.
All right, everyone. So he's gone. I need you guys to listen to me and listen carefully. We need to join forces and join together, and we need to absolutely obliterate Team Charmander. I'm gonna set up a poll, and it's gonna be Team Bulbasaur versus Team Charmander, and we need to win. We need to take him and we need to let him shine for once. We need to raise him up, and I'm counting on all of you for this.
So, question for you: we're recording, right?
Yes.
All right. I want you to keep this part specifically in here. Hey, Dylan, you see what's on my head right now? Do you see your little message that you played right there while I was dying in the bathroom?
No! No!
Hey, everybody, because Team Bulbasaur needs all the help we can get. Hey, you need to really help me out and pull through. Yeah, that's why he needs it, because he knows Bulbasaur is such a bad argument against Charmander. Right there is the point, ladies and gentlemen. Now, don't go and vote for a snake in this scenario. He's not a snake in any other scenario. Do not vote for the Slytherin snake, the Lord Pickle, or Lord Serpent, we should call him in this scenario, and try to get extra votes to outbeat the boy Charmander. I'm not over here asking for petty little votes. We're just going to go ahead and rock out this voting. Once again, thank you for being honest, everybody, and go Charmander. Yeah, I plugged in also.
So I'm guessing your Gen 8 starter would have to be
He's dying because I just called him out.
Grookey.
Of course. A monkey that can play the drums, bro. What else could you ask for? Good starter, great design. I mean, all the starters were great designs for their final
Mm-hmm.
evolutions, not gonna lie. Their
No,
middle evolutions, the only one would be Reboot, I would say, is probably like the best in the middle out of all three of them. But yeah,
no, yeah. Gen 8 did really well. I feel like
they have,
they would do a comeback after Gen 5. 6 was alright. Gen 5 was bad.
but
6 was alright. 7 was not good.
and they had to make it up for also just giving us Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee, because
Right.
they were the first Switch games, and they're like, well, let's give the fans what they really want.
Right. Eternus, I'm guessing, is your legendary.
Nope,
No. Is it one of the
nope.
dogs?
So I don't know if you're considering this a legendary though, because if we're not considering this a legendary, then I have another choice.
Go for it.
Your Shufu.
Oh, Urshifu, that's a legendary.
Okay, I think that design is so
Is
badass.
it?
It was a
Because it has
great
an
DLC,
evolution.
but this is the thing.
We'll count it. We'll count it either way.
And no. That's all right. That's all right. If we're gonna put that as a rule that like if it has an evolution, it's not considered a legendary. That's perfectly fine.
No, but it is though.
I have another choice though. That's what I'm saying. Like it's perfectly
Okay.
fine if we take that out. So what did you say?
You can leave it in. It's fine.
No. What's the guess? What's the guess for the? I have another
Oh,
one
the
written
other
down
one?
just in case. Yeah.
Would it be Regidrago?
Nope. So the choice is Zamazenta.
Uh, okay.
That's the shield.
Yep. I like Zacian.
I don't like it just because it's like it's a dog holding a stick, but it's a sword. I like that. Like
I've
at
no
least with
choice.
Zamazenta, his shield is his fur, and it becomes a
Right.
giant shield.
Right.
Nothing really extra. I mean, I guess he still has the sword, part of his ears and stuff like that. I don't know. Anywho's,
Okay, so if I had to guess your top three, it would be Corviknight, Toxtricity, and Dragapult.
So, do you want me to lay it to you lightly, or do you want me to give it to you straight?
You give it to me straight.
Okay,
Are you gonna say
I'm just
point
gonna
0.5
name.
because I didn't say the right mode of Toxtricity, which is the low base mode, the blue one?
No, you're wrong right there. It was
Is it
amp
high
mode,
amp?
but
Is it amp mode? I thought you liked the base mode, or is it because of the color?
no,
It was the
no. You
color. That's
you
why it
gave
was
me the color. Yeah.
okay. Okay.
So I have Grimmsnarl. I love
Okay.
Grimmsnarl just because its final evolution too. Its final evolution is awesome, and then its Dynamax is even cooler.
I
I
used
think
the
it was cool that they like made an imp looking creature look
yeah.
cool.
I used the Grimmsnarl on my playthrough.
Okay, Obstagoon, because it literally looks like Kiss.
They did do a bunch like it was like wasn't it based off London Gen
Gene
9?
Simmons, yeah,
You don't
but I
like that?
mean, I liked that. I thought it was a good way to like make Zigzagoon and be a little bit more relevant. So felt like it was
Bring it
very
back.
yeah. And then Toxicity Amp mode.
Okay.
So cool. It's so cool. I love the design. I love how great it is. But yeah,
Mhm.
those are my three.
Okay.
All right, Mr. Bulbasaur. Let's see here. If I have to make a prediction here, it's I think you're gonna go Score Bunny. No, 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 no. Check that. You're going Groki. You're going Groki. You can't say no to Riboballoon. I know you can't say no to it. Big
No.
beefy boy with the drumstick. Yeah, come
No.
on, man.
No. No.
What? It's Score Bunny?
You should have kept your first answer.
Whatever.
If we talk
Whatever.
okay, if we talk first stage evolutions, Grookey would probably be number one. But if I'm going on all
Okay.
everything based off the starters, it is Score Bunny and Grookey goes in last. I would choose Sobble over Grookey because I really like the James Bond. Is it Inteleon? I think it is. I really like that, especially his Dynamax when he's a sniper on top of the tower. That's cool. That's so cool. But no, I like Cinderace. That was my first Pokemon I chose my first playthrough, and Reboot is my favorite second stage evolution for starters. It looks like a little ninja rabbit.
That's sorry. Yes, that is his name. That
Like
is the best
honestly,
second design for those
it
two.
looks like a little Kakashi rabbit from Naruto, just
Oh, you
without
like
the.
ninjas now.
Just I like.
You like ninjas now, don't you?
Okay, what do
Oh,
you think? Who do you think my legendary is? I don't want to get into this argument again.
he's just mad right now. Let's see here. Blah 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 blah. I think it's gonna be Zacian, or the one that has it's the sword.
So I'm in the same boat as you, to where I had a Rushifu,
Hmm.
but if we don't count him, it would be Zacian. I do like him. I like both of them, but I think it's because like I like Zacian's like ability move because they both like
Yeah.
Zamasensa has like the rush, but I really like Zacian's like sword thing and
Oh no, Seishian is definitely the better of the two for combat. Like he is a better competitive Pokemon, and it's a fairy type too.
right.
You already got the bigger advantage right there.
But yeah, so I like Zacian. But can you guess my top?
So Surfetch, Centicroach, the giant
Scorch?
yeah, the fire centipede, and we'll go with Colossal.
Not bad. I can't remember if I used Santa Scorch or Colossal for my gameplay. I think I used one run and one the other, but none of them are on my list.
You're a Corviknight person,
Yeah, it's
aren't
number
you?
two.
You're a
Number it's
Corviknight
number
person.
two.
Yeah.
So Corviknight's my second favorite regional bird. Number one Staraptor, but Staraptor just couldn't beat the other in Gen 4. But Corviknight was such a good G regional bird, like a big metal flying bird. It was so cool. it was so cool. It's Dynamax when it with all like the it's the fighter jets around it, right? It has like the little jets around it. I think it has a really cool Dynamax.
Yes, it has the little jets
Yeah,
around. It's a giant bird with like red outlines in its wings and stuff. Is that what you're thinking?
yeah.
Yep.
But that's my number two. My number three is Obstagoon. For your same example, like it just gives Zigzagoon a taste of like something new, kind of like gives them a new
Hmm.
feeling. I really like the shiny. I think it's unique. The red and the blue. I get such a cool color combination. But even without the shiny, like I just think it's a really cool looking Pokemon design. And number one would be Toxtricity because I think Toxtricity is one of the coolest Pokemon. Has a cool
So let
type.
me guess the yours has to be amp. I feel like you like amp mode.
I like the base. I like the nice blue. I like the blue. I get it. It has the two spikes instead of the one mohawk. But like I like that blue. I like blue. Blue's a cool color. But
It's literally derpy, bro. It's literally
and I'm okay with that.
just like you're okay choosing a second
So
rate. Nah, not
okay.
even a second rate, a third rate starter.
Next generation, last generation, newest generation. This one's bizarre to say the least. Very unique Pokemon.
A good little twist.
I will say, but I'm going to say your starter would be Fuecoco.
Yep.
Little fire
I
truck.
just think Skeledurge, if
Skeldridge.
that's the name of it. Yeah, is such a cool design. And on top of it too though, like it's a fire ghost. I
Oh,
never really
right.
seen
Yeah.
a I never seen a
Chandelier.
starter that's a fire ghost.
Not
A,
a starter.
a
Okay, not a
starter,
starter.
yeah. Yeah, because like the way that they're doing starters is like so cool that they're like, all right, let's not make it so typical. Like they decided, I'm not gonna be a firefighting. So guess what? I got my vote right there. Legendary, sir.
Legendary. Oh, Jesus, a couple. I guess if I have to go with, I'm gonna go with a box art. I don't know what game you chose, but I'm gonna go with Maridon.
So this is the one I was telling you I want to explain about here. For everything else besides riding looking cool, it's Coreodon, or however you say
For
its name.
Scarlet,
The other, yes.
Coridon.
I love how it looks, how its moves are. I love everything about it except for when you ride it. I think Mariodon has such a nicer futuristic outlook for a
Mhm.
ride. Besides that, though, I just think Kuriodon looks a lot cooler, especially with its fighting stance and everything else like that. I get it's futuristic, but for Mariodon, but
Right.
all right,
Okay,
boss, have fun
so
with this.
three. I'm gonna say, are we counting paradox
You can choose,
forms?
yeah, paradox forms counts.
Okay. Shoot. Okay. That changes things because I didn't count paradox forms for myself, which is
You didn't
fine.
count a single paradox form. How do you not add a single paradox form when it's the whole game is based off a paradox form?
Because there's other Pokemon I
Jeez.
liked other than paradox ones. I could probably change one of mine for a paradox form, but I'm gonna say
Yeah,
roaring.
go. No, go for it.
Well, no, I'm gonna keep my list because I like my three. I'm gonna say roaring moon, Baxcalibur, and I'm looking at the list real quick so I want to make sure. See, I
You're
don't know if
good.
I go. I don't know if I go walk. I'm gonna say walking wake.
None.
None of them really.
None. Oh, Dylan. LeChunk, bro.
Oh, okay. See, I like Lechonk. I have a shiny Lechonk actually. Um, I hate his evolutions.
Oh, so do I. But I
Right.
love LeChunk. We're gonna do Cyrilege, the Fire Ghost.
I had that. I as soon as I thought Paradox Forms, I dropped that one. I should have said Cyrilege because that was one of the ones I was gonna say. I was gonna say Baxcalibur, Cyrilege, and Low Kicks.
All right, buddy. And then Dylan, I'm a little disappointed, man. I'm a little disappointed. Iron Thorns.
I don't. Is that's Tyranitar, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
See, I didn't
Yes,
do anything Violet
sir.
because you're a Scarlet player, so I figured you were gonna do past Paradox
Oh no,
forms.
I played both.
Oh, you played both. Okay. I'll give you a hint. I was a Scarlet, so
I don't know the difference between the games. I played them both. They all mash in, bro.
right, right.
All
Okay.
right. Quaxel or Quaxley for the hair.
Oh no, one of my least favorite starters.
Oh god damn it! It's Fucoco. Fire
Uh, I
crocodile.
think it's my third favorite starter. I really want to put it above Chimchar and Mudkip, but like those two hold special places in my heart. But like I
Yeah.
love Coco. I think he's a great design. Skeldridge, second evolution. Croclinor is weird. I get it, but
Dopey.
Skeldridge is such a cool starter, like the skull looking type thing. But I love Coco so much. This one
So
is
so do
interesting.
you have any? So I know there's four different forms, and I know there's four different legendaries. Are we including the two, or is it just simply Bach? Or don't tell me, I guess.
Any legendary in the game because there's the box and there's a few more legendaries.
Yep, there's two of them.
It's actually four.
Four. I'm gonna go with Mariodon.
Oh no, I chose Crydon. I don't like Mariner, but Crydon's not my answer either. He's probably second.
You
Number
chose Walking
one
Wake.
is Walking Wake. A oh, those are legendaries. Yes. No, I didn't choose those. There's four. So there's those two. There's four more legendaries. I don't know if you knew this.
Is there?
Mine's Chi. It's the koi fish.
Uh,
You gotta go
yes,
find
it's
the
a
yeah.
dark fire type. Yes.
It
Good
gave
choice.
it gave me the hardest fight to get it. One, two. I love fish. I like koi fish, and it looks so cool. It's shiny. It's so nice. So go ahead and take my top three.
Okay, so obviously you didn't choose any of the other like the combinations of like the future and past.
The
So I'm
paradox,
gonna
yeah.
go with Palafin.
Okay.
Uh huh. That was interesting. I'm also trying to think of bug Pokemon because I learned something new about you today that you love bug Pokemon for whatever reason, which, yeah. Lockix. And this one's did you add another one to it or no?
No,
No? Okay. And we're going to go Cyrilage.
none.
That's all right. It was
So
tough. I
so hot take here. Besides, of course, the OG Pikachu and none. Palmont is my favorite Pikachu copy. The Paul was it Palmy, Palmo, Palmont. I had them throughout the whole entire game. I thought it was adorable, and it was so tiny crawling around, and I'm like, I want you. So I took it, and yeah, I taught it. I think I boosted like all of its physical attack, and I taught it four different typings of like punchings, like Thunder Punch, Fire Punch.
you consider that part of the Pikachu just because
Yo,
of its cheeks?
100. That's Pikachu clone, 100%.
So you're gonna argue with me that when I tell you about freaking Tepig and Chespins,
That's not a Chespin clone. This is a Pikachu clone.
uh,
But I like it. I like the fighting electric type. I think it looks cool.
yeah,
I know the evolution line doesn't really advance that much. Like it kind of just gets a little
no,
bigger and furrier. But I like it. It stuck with me throughout the whole entire game, and I have it. So it's wearing like these. I can't remember the item was like boxing gloves, and it just one shots everything for me now. Number two would be Skull Villain. I think the Fire Grass, very interesting typing and super interesting Pokemon. Like the two heads, the fire head, the grass head. I really liked it. Also on my team throughout all of it. Its first evolution was so little is a little tiny like little green chick thing with a egg on its head. I really liked it.
because I looked at that stupid thing. I'm like, oh, look at the thing with the two heads. When I was making this list, I literally was like, oh, look at this stupid little thing with the two peppers per heads. I'm like, oh, Dylan won't choose that. Grass and
I'm
fire. Oh no.
I'm sad that you didn't get this last one because what I've been saying is my favorite kind of Pokemon. It's kaiju
Bro, you've been
Pokemon.
but you also been saying bug Pokemon. I can see
Right.
myself being a bug gym leader.
But kaiju Pokemon. Baxcalibur is Godzilla. He's an Ice Godzilla. He even has Godzilla's
See,
iconic move.
nah, he even also has Godzilla's iconic back spikes.
Yeah.
See, I get now. Listen. I get it, but Dylan, you've been throwing curveballs at me all freaking night.
And I'm
So,
so happy. I'm so happy.
so to me, I'm happy too because I got. You know who? What I'm shocked you did not say? Iron Moth. I am
Oh,
shocked you did not go Iron Moth.
I dislike that a lot. I don't like any of the
You
future paradox
do?
forms besides Iron Valiant. That's the only future paradox form I like.
Yeah, I was gonna say Iron Hands looks dumb, by the way.
Right, yeah.
Origami, yeah. I mean, I get it. I get it with most of the future ones. They just look Iron Valiant. Oh, because of Galliant. It's basically a giant titan, bro.
Right.
Roaring Moon, though?
I like Roaring Mood, but I kind of forgot about Paradox Pokemon. I wanted to do more of like the basic new Gen
Traditional.
9, right? Like the new to the generation, but even though they technically are. Well, ladies and gentlemen, not only is this most likely the longest podcast episode yet, this has been my personal favorite. I had a blast. I feel like it was a healthy, heated conversation because I never had a negative interaction with this man right here. But I think that this was the most interesting, most fun. I have so many shorts planned for this podcast episode. I'm definitely making a poll. We're doing no more just shouting out our own people. I got called out for it, but we're doing a team Bulbasaur, team Charmander poll. We're going to do it across multiple platforms, so stay tuned for that. I hope you guys enjoyed. This was an absolutely crazy podcast episode. I was laughing a lot. I was having a good time. I'm excited to get out of this onesie. But besides that, you can go ahead and find me over on my main channel doing Comstock. You can head over to my gaming channel, Lord Pickle. Expect weekly uploads every Friday for Dylan Comstock, Saturday for Lord Pickle, and of course, Sunday for the Anime Academia.
And hey, you know what your boy Matt Reggin, aka Tom here. You know that you can come on down. I should have some stuff up here. I have some juicy, good reactions coming my way. I got some good content coming your way. From gaming to reactions of all sorts. I'm telling you, you don't want to miss out. You don't want to miss out. Plus, don't like Bulbasaur and you love your Charmanders, yeah, come on down. Come on down and subscribe. You know what? You can still go and subscribe and go over to Team Bulbo over there. Make him feel good. Make him feel good. He needs a little feel good right now.
Well, with that, we now have an everlasting joke for the podcast. But yes, make sure you subscribe to the Anime Academia. Comment down Team Bulbasaur or the other one.
Charmander. You see how he tried to be sly again? Yeah, I see you. I see you. Yeah.
Oh, jeez. Thanks everyone for watching. We hope you had a good time just as much as we did. And yeah, that was the Anime Academia. Class is officially out of session. Go start your Pokemon journeys and have a great day, night, whatever it is.
Charmander. Charmander.